Hi there, beloved. Jyoti here. I wanted to shed some light on probably a lot of things that you've been hearing about the coming shift, the shift of our awareness, the shift into our awareness beyond consciousness. So we are living within this consciousness structure. And when people are talking about, awakening consciousness, that's also still part of the original program that we are here to literally transform beyond. So you can't awaken your consciousness because consciousness is polarized. It's polarized. It's not the essence of who you are. It is the essence of the expression of the embodiment of you in the unawake state. That's what consciousness is. It is the basic functionality in this realm. And everyone's talking about, all the big things that are going to happen externally and how to prepare inside for the big changes as the sun does its solar micronova experience, as all of the things that are going to happen on the planet. There's a lot that needs to be shed and shifted. We've come as far as we can in this new cycle of our own evolution is here, and it's happening for our benefit, for our greatest expansion. And there's some things that you really need to know about how to be in this now moment where we're operating through and out of consciousness and shifting into that space of awakening beyond it. And the reason right now that all the tools and techniques and meditations and focusing and calling in the light and calling in the angels, all of that stuff is not going to serve you when your base state inside of you remains within the structure of consciousness. So what this is really about is it's transitioning. It's our next evolutionary step. And the thing is that within this matrix of consciousness that we live within, I want to explain something to you as quickly and as simply as I can. I'm sure this is going to bring up a lot of questions, but before you were born, okay, before you were even conceived, who you really are is an infinite spirit. Infinite. No beginning, no end, infinite. You are an individualized expression as a spirit of the essence, of the totality of God, of life, of the all. And when you decided, as an act of love and devotion, to enter a soul, okay, you're not a soul. You are not a soul. Your soul is the lens with which you needed to choose one. You needed to choose a soul which had a lot of ancestral experiences. And I call these ancestral soul constellations because that's exactly what they are. It's constellations of experiences, patterns, and programs of wounding in the bloodline that you chose, right? The lens of the soul that you chose, because these souls come packed with these ancestral constellations. And when you choose this soul, beloved, here's what happens. You, at that moment, because you see the soul that you are going, and you come from this place of, I can heal that. Oh my gosh, I'm so down for this. This is yes. And you don't realize how intense it is when you get into the density. And the soul is literally just a blueprint. It's a template. It is a lens that the light of your infinite spirit shines through, right? Shines through to allow you to create a body and a body of experience. So once you have your soul lens, that's your conception. You were the moment you choose a soul lens, you are conceived into the womb of who is to be your mother with your father's genetic information. It's a perfect marriage. It's a perfect unification of you coming into this form for the purpose of clearing what is now imprinting you, and it is literally informing you on every level of your being, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, cellularly. So the DNA that is replicating through your body right now is the continuation of those original programs of your ancestral soul constellations. Now, that's why we're here. That's why we have the painful experiences that we have, because there's something that inside of us can resonate with that experience. And the only way that we could resonate with that experience in order to resolve it, heal it. Healing is resolution. It resolves the pattern in the matrix. It resolves it so that it no longer needs to exist. So that's essentially what we're doing here on this planet. Now, as we're talking about the big shift that's happening, if you only have access to the soul constellations that you're living and replicating and repeating as every cell in your body right now is replicating, how do you think that listening to a meditation or learning another meditation or trying to calm yourself down or do all these clearing techniques, none of them can access what needs to be removed, resolved within you so that you are here to say yes to awakening, the whole awakening beyond consciousness experience. That is the way through. That is the way through, is resolving these things so that they're no longer replicating within your DNA. They're no longer replicating as your life experience and magnetizing to you all of the experiences required for the purpose of resolving these certain things that you chose from your infinite spirit self to come into this embodiment to do, to resolve. And all of us that are here in this time right now where, we're heading into some massive necessary transformations. And the people who are willing and ready and awake and aware to the idea, to the knowledge, aware of the knowledge of the ancestral soul constellations, these are the beings who are going to be able to move through this experience with absolute love and bliss and joy. And those who do not have access will try all kinds of things, but fear will take over and you will suffer. And, I know a lot of people are channeling information right now that no one's going to suffer, and all the people that die, they're going to be removed from their bodies right before all the pain happens and all this stuff. And I don't know what universe that's coming from, because in this reality, we're making a transition from physicality to beyond it, from consciousness to beyond it. And yes, we'll still have forms of a sort, but it's not like this. It's not like anything that you can imagine right now. And so if this is speaking to you and you are ready and you know that you are here to awaken beyond consciousness and to no longer suffer, to literally resolve. See, when you resolve these things in your experience, in your life, you are resolving it for all of the ancestors. All of the ancestors that carried that in your lineage back to the beginning of time. And it liberates all of them to be able to support you. And it's really like unifying. It's like the greatest family reunion, because now all of the wounding and all of the challenges that caused separation and rifts in familial relationships and ties is now healed. It's now resolved. There's nothing there that is holding any charge of, I need this resolved. It's resolved. And so you have this wholeness, this reuniting, this experience. It's hard to even find words for this experience, because it's really like beyond what your conscious mind, right? The conscious mind can even imagine. So, beloved, I'm here for you, and I'm going to start doing some bigger, group sessions where we can address and resolve the constellations that are in your soul, that are replicating in your DNA, that are blocking off choices for you, blocking off options for you. They literally cannot exist because of the template that's being constantly rebooted with every replication of your DNA. So this is a very powerful, life-transforming experience. And if you want to get on the wait list for the group sessions, or if you're ready to dive into a private session, message me at the link below and we will get started as soon as I have availability. I want you to know how precious you are, how important you are, and how vital your experience and your life is for all of life. And as each person resolves these soul programs and awakens beyond the consciousness that they are contained within, what happens is it makes it effortless for others to follow suit. So you're not only serving you, your children, your grandchildren, all that are coming, all that are already here. You're serving all of life by taking responsibility, by choosing to say yes to what's next for you. It evolves the whole domain of what becomes possible for people who, if you didn't make that decision and do this for yourself, they wouldn't have access to it. I love you so much. That's why I'm sharing this with you, and I can't wait to hear from you. Have a beautiful day, beloved. Take care.